1:32 to go. Iowa State has missed their last 4 shots, and they've had some good open looks. Jefferson's not going to miss that one. Another great pass from Lipsey.
Sure was, and a great rim line, and poorly defended.
Keita almost traveled. Hall into the corner. Saunders in and out. Keita tips it in. Under a minute to go. Iowa State with the ball, but down 3 now. Lipsey, Momcilovic, tie game. Timeout. Kevin Young didn't like what he was seeing. Shot clock all the way down to 8. Well, there's Keita. 8 seconds to shoot. Saunders downhill. Saunders missed it, but a foul. And a shooting foul for the guy who's a perfect 11 for 11 in the game at the line.
You gotta love it. You start him at, beyond half court, so he can get that. He can get downhill. He can get that momentum. And then there's Boskovic, so he's cleared, wide open rim. And that's what Richie Saunders does. Kevin Young is going to him, and he is attacking late game, late clock.
He's had an amazing season. Perfect at the line. Huge free throws. Some of the biggest he's ever taken.
Well,
got another one.
He did hit 2 big ones at Arizona.
That's why I said some, not the biggest.
He has come up clutch in these moments. And, again, that Arizona call was not good. But remember, the play was him downhill trying to get to the basket. And then he hit 2 monster free throws there.
He had to make them to make the call as controversial as it was. Made them both here. 17.7 seconds. Iowa State back down 2. They'll call a timeout. Here's Lipsey. Here's that screen. Jefferson. One dribble. Jefferson. No! Oh. They called a foul, and somehow the ball didn't go down. That was going to be a chance to go ahead if the shot goes in. Instead, he's got to make 2 to tie.
And that wasn't even a foul that you kind of had to play through. I mean, that was like a little touch foul. This has got to be made. Once again, not well defended. It's a good call, but that's got to be a make.
Ooh. Mag gets called for the 4th personal. Jefferson at the line. Jefferson calmly makes the first. Now, BYU, no timeouts. Iowa State does have one. Iowa State could call a timeout and get organized on defense if Jefferson makes it. The substitutions and the maneuvering here kind of icing Joshua Jefferson. Got to make it to tie. And he does. Here comes BYU. 5 seconds. Saunders going to the basket. Cut off. And no good off the iron. This game's going to overtime. Keita and Jefferson. It'll be Keita who wins the tip back to Demin.
Oh. Dangerous.
Yeah, no kidding. Too many of those tonight for BYU. In the corner. 3 is good from Demin.
First basket of overtime is big, and it's a 3. bend, don't break. You almost have a turnover to start the possession. You end up with a 3 at the end of it.
They've had a lot of possessions like that, haven't they? Jefferson again going to work with the left hand, no. And a fight for the ball. It is out of bounds off of Gilbert. About how do you get a shot off in a second. They threw it to nobody.
Can't do that.
No, that leads to a run out, and Keita from behind blocked it. What a play. Incredible effort from Keita. Heisey took his time and had it stuffed. Now a whistle and a foul against Jones.
I actually bothered him tonight.
Hall missed that one, so a very rare free throw miss. Only the third of the game for BYU. Cougars lead by 4. 3 minutes to go in overtime. Momcilovic for 3. Another one.
That's his shot. Just a simple screen and him coming right to left into that shot.
He made the one to tie late in regulation. Gets Iowa State within 1 here. Hall had it stolen. Breakout. Lipsey lays it in. First lead since it was 20-19, and it didn't last long. Hall hits the 3.
He looks exhausted, and I can understand why against the pressure he has faced tonight. Just turned it over. On the next possession, comes down and hits a dagger 3.
What a game by him. Lipsey with the left hand. Tied again. Under 2 minutes to go. Man, some big-time plays on both sides. I think you're right about Hall. Mag shoots the 3. That one too strong. Keita high for the rebound. Offensive rebounds for BYU. Hall goes by, whips it in the corner. Stewart 3, no. Mag offensive board, and then he lost it. Jones just flings it up, but they call the foul.
Well, Mag thought he got fouled on the other end. He fouled somebody.
4 fouls on Mag, on Saunders, on Hall, and 2 free throws coming for Curtis Jones. Traore and Demin back in. Keita out.
For offense. You know, that's where with Trey Stewart on the floor on that last possession, you get caught. He's open for a reason. It's not the guy in this spot you want taking that shot, even though he was wide open.
Second free throw is good. Cyclones lead by 2. Now a whistle away from the ball and a foul against Lipsey. Holding against Saunders. They leave Demin in. Hall for the tie. Got the friendly roll. Now Stewart comes in for Hall.
For defense. Iowa State has 2 timeouts.
BYU has 1. You get an extra timeout when you go to overtime.
And TJ Otzelberger going to play out this possession.
Under a minute to go. Tie game 77 apiece. Demin trying to follow Momcilovic all over the court. Now Jefferson against Keita, working his way in. Jefferson scores.
He just bullied him.
Demin drives. Demin off the glass. Tied up again at 79.
What a crafty finish by the freshman.
And now a timeout, Iowa State.
He's got to put his head down and turn the corner and try to drive. You do that.
All right, here we go. Lipsey's just going to hold, and we'll see at what point he decides to go. 8, 7. Now he goes, gets a screen from Jefferson. Lipsey to Jefferson, who loses it. Saunders from midcourt comes up short. And this game goes to double overtime.
Jefferson took his eyes off the ball for a second to look at the clock on the other end of the floor.
Jefferson wins the tap against Keita. So first possession for Iowa State. Double overtime, 79 apiece. Momcilovic, Keita poked it away. That's a steal. Hall will lay it in.
Just sloppy. I mean, he had 3 guys standing around him. I don't know why Josh Jefferson decided to throw that pass.
Hall's got 21. He averages, what, 7 points a game? He's made some huge plays. Gilbert loses it. And now he tries to call a timeout. Instead, it's a tie-up, and the arrow favors BYU.
Making sloppy turnover.
Yeah, you see that, you start to wonder, is everybody just out of gas? BYU's had 27 turnovers in this game. And they're up in double overtime on the road against a top 10 team. Hall, crossover 3, no, long rebound, Nell. Saunders now, shot clock under 5. Gilbert almost stole it away. Saunders to the bucket. Ooh. And what a move.
What a move, because Jefferson came over to block it, and the double clutch bought Saunders the window he needed.
Lipsey goes to the basket. Lipsey ties, or rather gets it back to 2, 83-81. First bucket in double overtime for Iowa State.
You can see these defenses are tired. Both teams just driving.
All got cut off. Nell over to Saunders. Hall whipped it into the corner. Nice pass. No, a travel. So before the pass. Hall might be cramping up. They take Hall out of the game.
There's this drive by Saunders. The double clutch as Jefferson came over. That's their late clock. Richie Saunders to his right hand downhill.
Hall's walking gingerly. They're trying to pump him full of fluids. Jones back to Lipsey. 3 left side. Too strong. Mag with the rebound. Under 3 to go. BYU ball leading by 2 in double overtime. Ooh. Saunders, nice drive. No, Keita, follow jam.
He's been a menace at the front of the rim tonight on both ends.
He has.
His offensive rebounding has been excellent.
Now Jefferson, they're going to call the foul against Keita from behind.
Keita was open initially as Saunders started to drive the basketball. And instead Saunders keeps it. Look at him, he's wide open. Saunders keeps it, shoots it. And there's that athlete at the front of the rim. His rim protection defensively and his offensive rebounding have been game changers for BYU.
And now he's got 4 fouls. So 4 different BYU players with 4. Jefferson just trying to, I think, get the strength and the energy to shoot these free throws.
They look tired. They really do. I mean, these are 2 tough teams. They are visibly fatigued.
Second one for Joshua Jefferson. Got them both. Leads back down to 2. They are blitzing Demin when he picks up the ball. Now a reach-in foul called.
Man. I mean, again, you're bailing out BYU with these fouls out at half court. I mean, Iowa State has sent 2 to the ball all night, and it has been a nightmare for Egor Demin. He has not handled it well, but you can't foul in there. You just can't at this point in the game.
That's the 3rd one I count of those kind of fouls way away from the basket, late in regulation and in overtimes. He makes the first of 2. These kids, considering the fatigue and the intensity, the free throw shooting has been remarkable.
It's a chance for all of them to gather their breath.
Yeah.
I mean, it's
Demin perfect on the second.
And there has been some clutch free throw shooting.
Under 2 minutes to go. Jefferson, one dribble, little shot fake, scores. Timeout, Iowa State.
This has got to have Saunders. Saunders has to have this ball.
Saunders gets it. Good defense by Lipsey. See if they get it back to him. They do. Saunders 3, no. Keita, another offensive rebound. And now he'll shoot free throws. He's dominated the offensive glass.
He really has. And again, that's my point. You know, you got to make BYU earn it, and then you got to collect the first shot. Needless fouls, and then the offensive glass, and that guy has been an absolute monster.
Now he is not a great free throw shooter. And he misses the first. Of all the good free throw shooting we've seen in this game, he is on the year just over 40%. This is a big one here. Keita, no, missed them both. So that turns into an empty possession. The lead for BYU is 2. Jefferson, extra pass. Momcilovic, no. Keita got a hand on it and now rips it away, and he gets fouled. No, they called jump ball.
On that last possession, he gave it up too quickly.
And by the way, Darren George did come over and tell us they were contesting the arrow favoring Iowa State. So they had to make sure they had that right. Jones for 3, short. Rebound, Keita comes away with it. Under a minute to go. BYU ball with a 2-point lead in double overtime.
Just got to play solid defense here if you're Iowa State, and you've got to defensive rebound.
Now Hall's going to call a timeout. I mean, if you're Iowa State, if Keita touches 11 to shoot for BYU. Saunders faked the pass, goes to the basket, reverse, no good. Keita tip, also no good. Here come the Cyclones. And Iowa State being deliberate in the half court, down 2.
Yeah, timeout.
They're going to call a timeout.
Kevin Young brings in Trey Stewart to guard Lipsey.
Maybe trying to make it tough just to get it in bounds. Lipsey. Momcilovic didn't shoot the 3 into the corner. Shot clock down to 9. Gilbert trying to feed Jefferson. Instead passes it off. Shot clock at 2. Momcilovic, a heave, air ball, and a shot clock violation. With 3.7 seconds to go, BYU has it up 2. 4.3. They added a little time to the clock. Nell catches. They got to foul him. Gets it back to Hall. Time winding down, and they call a foul. Now Hall, I don't know if it's a cramp or what, but he could barely walk with 1 second on the clock. He'll go shoot free throws. And BYU is 1 second away from an amazing win.
Tell you what, they've had, assuming they pull this out, and there's obviously still time left. Yeah, I think he's cramping big time.
Hall makes the first. You make this one, it's over.
And that would be two. This and the Arizona win on the road. Two of the toughest road wins we've seen all season.
Amazing. What a game. 3-point lead, one more free throw for Dallin Hall, who has played a heck of a game. He missed it. One dribble, a heave at the buzzer. No good. BYU on the road with an incredible win in one of the toughest places to play in the country in double overtime. Man, did they dig deep.